Good morning, grade 9. Good afternoon, grade 9. Just giving you your outline for today's lesson. Today, we're going to try something a little bit different. You'll notice, first of all, that this task isn't actually due until Monday's lesson. So you'll actually get time to work on this for our next class as well. So basically, what here it is how it's going to work. So today, if you go to lesson 3, the first task is we're going to use a gizmo to look at how diseases spread. So some of you I know have had difficulty in the past of logging into gizmos. So let's look at how we do that. First of all, just basically type. Oh, that's bad timing. All right, stopped. Hope there's no fire in my building. So basically just type the word gizmo here into Google and it'll send you here. Now you need a class enrollment code. So what I'll do is I'll put that on your Google Classroom stream. I'll upload that at the end of this video and it'll be sitting right here. Type that code in and then hit enroll. If you haven't already, you'll need to register. If you have already, you can just log in and it'll be already waiting for you. Okay, so let's log in. I'm just going to log in now quickly, and we will have a look at today's gizmo. Hope you guys are all enjoying the online learning. I'm sort of noticing a few trends and things like that, and in terms of a lot of the high schoolers seem to be getting work done quite late at night. But as long as it's getting done, guys. Just a reminder that I check today. I'm going to go through and check all of your work and just make sure that it's all. We'll get this soon, I swear. May as well use my school email, huh? And check that all the work has been done. So I can just give you a quick formative grade, and that actually counts for your attendance. Okay, we're in, thankfully. So, for instance, if you're in my grade 9 boys class, you'll see here that the thing here has been assigned to you for disease spread. As you can see, this is our 5th gizmo that we've looked at in class, so this shouldn't be overly new to you. If we launch this gizmo here, you'll see that it is just a model here of disease transmission. There's a few of these things floating around on the internet, but this one here I think is the most simple. So you can see we've got our little humans here. There's 20 of them in this room, and we've got different ways that diseases can be transmitted. So airborne is currently, I guess, the one that we're really worried about with corona. So airborne is where I'll cough, and some of those particles end up in the air. So, for instance, I think a cough, sometimes the particles can remain suspended for about 20 minutes. And if that ends up down your respiratory system, then you can end up with that infection. Foodborne is really, I guess, the least common one, but it can occur with poisoning of both food and water. So salmonella is one you've probably heard of. That usually comes with chicken that's been left out for too long. And then when you ingest that, you end up with salmonella. Usually end up with some really, really bad food poisoning. The other one, I guess, would be cholera. That's like a waterborne disease. There's a few other diseases that are quite common in water. Person to person is where you're more likely exchanging bodily fluids, such as kissing and things like that. So basically, you have the document here. So if you go and unlock your gizmos, this will open up as your own assignment. So you'll see it in the top right-hand corner of your screen. So mine, it's all down here, but yours will have your name on it and be up here. And you just need to work through this. The first page you can actually do without using the gizmo at all. You should be able to answer this using your own knowledge. And then as you move down, it's going to ask you to set up different things on the gizmo. So this one here, we have to turn off. For the first one, we have to turn off foodborne. So I'll go to controls. No, I don't. Go into the controls. And I want to turn off foodborne for the first one. And then it's asking me to turn on person to person. on person to person. It's going to set the number of people to 5. Okay? So that's just how to, I guess, control the parameters and things like that. You can then go back to the gizmo. You'll notice there's way less people in there, and we can run the gizmo there. Okay, that's really simple on how to use that. Some of the tables, bar charts, and graphs will help you to generate your results. They're all infected now. Let me go. Okay, that's the first part of today's lesson. Now, the next part is something you're going to work on, and it's actually due. So the gizmo section I would like to be done today. That's probably going to take 40 minutes. The next bit is a film study. So I'm a big fan of my teaching is getting kids to look at scientific literacy. Now, scientific literacy is a concept called really it's being able to pick up a newspaper, being able to watch a movie and go, actually, I don't think that's right. I don't think that what they're saying is correct. And this is a big deal right now, especially with Corona. Some of the things that people are throwing about, you'll notice these if you're in group chats and things on WhatsApp, and it's just all of a sudden someone comes out with oh my God, there's been a mutation that's occurred in South Korea, and now it's much more deadly. And these things aren't really it's sure that's possible, but you need to look at it and say, well, okay, where's the source material coming from that? Okay, well, why are we all we need to challenge ideas. So what I'm going to do in terms of working on this, and this is a good idea for you to do now, is this is a pretty old movie. It's called Outbreak, 1995. It was a big blockbuster at the time in 1995, and it's actually a movie that models a disease outbreak. And some of the people who work for that, for the communicable diseases in the US, actually end up going out there and trying to control this virus. The virus that's mentioned in the movie is called Mataba, and it's basically a rip-off of Ebola. The movie's set in an African country called Zaire, and actually the movie sort of predicted the future, because when the movie was put out, there was actually an outbreak of Ebola in Zaire. But this movie touches along a lot of the things that we've talked about in class so far. Okay, preventative measures for disease. This one's going to talk about levels of biosecurity. So I want you to have a look at that. It's going to see how diseases are transmitted in multiple different ways, and why when things are airborne, it becomes a little bit more scary. And it's also going to, challenge you. I want you, when you're watching this, I want you to look at it and go, wait a minute, I don't think that's right. And I want you to file that away, because at the end of the movie, you're going to there's going to be a longer response. Your formative is going to be, what were things that you thought were wrong with the movie? So I'll give you one clue, right? Actually, no, I'm not going to. It'll be a spoiler. But there's a really obvious one at the end of the movie, and you're like, oh, okay. How Hollywood always has to have a happy ending? Well, it's kind of like that, okay? It's all just wrapped up nicely at the end of the movie, and ooh, okay. So, look, I wanted to try and do something different with the homework and all that sort of stuff, instead of just giving you guys Google Docs and all this to fill in. Let's watch the movie, okay? So I'm up for maybe, I think, on our lesson on Thursday. You guys can continue on with this, but I'll also be online, and maybe we can do a Microsoft Teams chat, and we can, talk, and people who've already watched the movie, if you want to come on and discuss it and generate some ideas from your responses, I think that would be a really good idea. Okay, so I'll try and organize Microsoft Teams setting up for those dates where we can all just come on and have a conversation about that for whoever's watched the movie by then. The movie's 2 hours long. So, I don't know, watch it. It's up to you. You can watch it with your families. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix. I just uploaded it here. So if you want to watch it on a bigger TV or something like that, maybe look it up on Netflix. Actually, I'll probably do that right now, can't I? Let's do that. My account's called Freeloaders because I use my sister's account and it's free. Outbreak. It's not on Netflix. So you'll have to use the account that I've got there. Okay, unless you've got it on another streaming device or something like that. Okay, when you're working through that, guys, you'll see here I've got Outbreak task. I couldn't convert it onto a Google Doc, so it's actually, you'll see here it's messy, like it comes out all weird, and you actually just have to open that in a new window, and then download, and then edit it and upload it as a Word document. I tried to get it onto a Google Doc, but Google Doc just kept messing up all of the formatting. So there you go. There's the task. First one's just a bit of word association. Second one is looking at how we could stop Mataba from entering their body. And then there's some general questions here on the start of the movie. These questions actually follow through the movie in chronological order. So if you want to follow them and answer them as you're watching the movie, that would probably be a fair bit easier. Excellent. Any questions, please contact me. But apart from that, you guys have a great day.